So I got to talk this fight first. Dustin Poirier versus Tony Ferguson is a fucking real possibility. It might happen. Tony has been talking to, I think it was Ariel Helwani just a few weeks ago, actually. Pretty much said, like, you know, I didn't need surgery after the broken orbital bone. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready. I'm just out here training by myself, and I'm willing to fight, but again this year. It's kind of shocked me. I was thinking he'd maybe want to take a little time off, but fuck no. He's just the savage he is. He wants to fight. Can't wait for that one. That's the fight to make, I think. Dana even said that's a real possibility. That might be next for Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's the smartest choice. You got number 2 against number 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you got Justin Gaethje, number 1, interim champ, fighting the champ.
Mm-hmm. And Tony's resume beforehand is deserving of a, number one contender still.
Yes. And see, that's the thing. This is what we have wanted for years in the lightweight division. Number 1 contenders fighting number 1 contenders.
Yes. And
not letting some Irishman just come in, you know, coming off a loss and getting the best fight ever and then beating a Donald, which we love Donald Cerrone. Okay, we love him, but he's not a top 5 guy right now in the lightweight division. And it's no disrespect. It's just on paper. He's not. So Conor doesn't deserve the immediate shot, and he doesn't deserve to leapfrog everyone else. This is what we have wanted for years in the lightweight division, and it's what hopefully we're finally getting. Thank God for the MMA purists. We're finally getting number 1 against number 2, and then interim versus champ, and then number 2 versus number 3. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, well, who the fuck else is Tony going to fight? If it's not Conor, it's got to be a Dustin Poirier. He ain't fighting Dan Hooker. He's not fighting Charles Oliveira. He's not fighting Paul Felder. He's not fighting anyone else down that fucking list. It's Tony fucking Ferguson. Yeah. He deserves a big fight.
Well, the thing with Conor right now, and with Jorge Masvidal coming off that loss, with Kamaru Usman, just make that fight.
Yeah.
Just make that fight for the BMF belt. Why not?
Make it.
It's the fight to make. It's, you know, Conor only wants these super mega fights, which I get. He's at a point in his career where he has $300 million in offshore accounts. You know, like, of course, he only wants to have the big fights. That is the biggest fight in UFC history right there, you know, for all the casuals.
Yeah.
And not only that, but let's be realistic. The MMA purists, like, as long as it's not for a real belt, as long as it's for the BMF belt, I'm fine with that fight. Why not sign that one? You know how astronomically huge that fight would be, Tabor?
Oh, massive. The biggest fight ever. I really think that could be the biggest fight ever. It's bigger than Conor. Fucking Diaz.
I think it would do like 3.5 to 4 million buys, man.
Absolutely.
Like,
Leon Edwards keeps on calling George out.
Yeah, I know.
That's not fucking happening.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. He's not going to fight you. You're fucking JV level compared to him. I'm sorry. Like, you're elite. Not skill-wise. Listen, let me finish.
Okay,
skill-wise, he's not JV. He's varsity for fucking sure. Yeah. But popularity and hype-wise, you're fucking JV, dude. Like, no one gives a shit about you right now. You haven't fought in over a year. You declined the world championship fight. It's like you're not getting the Jorge Masvidal fight. I'm sorry. You deserve a big fight. You're going to get your Gilbert Burns fight, dude. And if it's not Gilbert Burns, it's a title shot. You're going to get it, but you're not getting Jorge.
Yeah. And as far as the JV reference for that specifically, I do agree with, just because he is not the most popular guy. I think skill level wise, I think he would very well go out there and beat Jorge Masvidal.
And he's a deserving for just an immediate title shot. I don't think he needs to fight anyone.
Nor do I. I mean, not realistically. I mean, it does get a little. Well, Colby Covington's fighting Tyron Woodley now, and then you got Leon Edwards, and I wouldn't even be opposed to Leon Edwards versus Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, I think that's the fight they make because I don't know how soon Kamaru's going to want to fight. He's one of these guys that likes to fight maybe once every 8 months, 8 to 6 months, around then. Mm-hmm. So who knows? Gilbert wants to fight every 2 weeks.
Of course.
And so Gilbert and Leon could get made for a main event here real soon.
I think that's the fight. I think that's literally the number 1 contender fight, and the next guy just fights Kamaru Usman. I think it's fair is fair.
Fair is fair. Even though Gilbert did get that fight, I mean, but Gilbert
might
want to
take it because of COVID, which sucks. But yeah, Gilbert might.
He might not want to take it. He might not want to because he was saying that he already is the next guy. Dana told him so.
Yeah, and that's a very good possibility too. He is the number 1 guy, unquestionably. And it's not like he pulled out of an injury or he pulled out because of whatever this or that or personal issues. It was strictly because of COVID-19, which in these circumstances, like, what are you going to do? Punish the guy for getting COVID-19? He can't help it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to just having Gilbert take the shot either. Yeah. Especially since Leon Edwards turned down the fight, which I kind of go back and forth on that because I get Leon Edwards' side. I would want a full training camp if I'm taking on one of the greatest welterweights of all time. So do you really blame the guy? No. But in these crazy times, in these situations, you kind of just have to take what you can get.
When you get offered a world title fight, you got to take it.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
And
Michael
it sucks that
Bisping
it's
got
that
his
way,
world
but it's
title
true.
fight on literally 2 weeks' notice, I think.
Yeah, and he went out there and
And
won.
he went out and won. I mean, that's like, it doesn't happen a lot. I think that's like probably the only time it happened. Maybe it's happened to others. Who knows? But it's like, you got to take those chances, dude, because they just don't come that often,
They do not.
especially now that they're in a pandemic. So it just sucks for Leon because he's stuck in limbo. And there's only one name coming out of his mouth, and that is George Masvidal, and it's just not happening. So I feel bad for the guy. I really do.